Hey, what's up, it's Pseudo Gentleman, here to tell you my thoughts on Cavestory. In this video, I'll tell you my dislikes and my likes of the game, and just tell you if the game is worth a buy or not. And let me just tell you this off the bat, it definitely is. It's honestly a lot harder to find bad things to talk about this game than there are to find good things. This game is amazing. Characters are interesting and unique, the bosses are memorable and cool to look at, and the music. Music by far is the best part of the game, I cannot get enough of it. Finding bad music in this game is really just impossible. So quick rundown of the game. You start off as a robot that shoots stuff. This game is a old school indie platformer shooter. Kinda like Metroid. And kinda like Metroid, it just drops you in the game with zero hand-holding and no tutorials. And that's a quality you don't see often enough in video games nowadays. Cause now, like, tutorials alone might as well be full games themselves. And almost all of them are unskippable. Pokemon! 2020 is still unskippable tutorials. At least get some voice actors, you lazy bastards. Sorry, Corona. Stay quarantined. Anyways, as you get through your first cave, you meet these cute little rabbit people, whose race I still cannot pronounce. Pretty sure it's pronounced Mimiga? I honestly have no clue, I just call them rabbit people. Now these rabbit people are getting captured and turned into vicious killing machines by this guy called the Doctor. And your job is to defeat him and save all the Mimiga. Short and simple. Anyway, all these little bunnies have their own personalities. King is the leader here, he's the strongest rabbit in town, and a straight up badass. Shit, well, Toroko. She's a sweet, innocent little rabbit who wouldn't even hurt a fly, and Arthur's little sister. A dead guy that you never get to see in the game. And, god damn it. Well, no big deal. I simply have to knock her out, and she's dead. Death apparently happens in this game. Well, at least King is still alive. Come on, dude. Wake up. We gotta avenge Toroko. And, wait, what? You gotta be fucking kidding me. King dies too? Okay, to be honest, the rest of the Mimiga in the village aren't that important. We got Jack, who's a nerd, Mahin, he's fat, Kampachi loves fishing, and then we have Old McDonald over here. I guess you could count Sue, but she's not really born and raised here. If you play through the game, you get my drift. As you explore different areas of the game, you see different kinds of enemies with amazing and unique types of designs. Like this little guy called the Critter, or this thing that's also the Critter but green, and this critter that's purple, or this critter that's been eating way too much grass, I guess. I don't know what the fuck these things eat. All I know is they're really territorial, because as soon as they see your face, they try to kill you. All jokes aside, this game has some really diverse enemies, and even the two enemies are just recolors, like the critters and the bats. They at least do different shit with the recolors. The designs in this game are either really cool or really cute, or both. Most of the time when you find a new enemy, finding out what they do too late could end up killing you. Wait, what? Shit. Now there are 3 endings for this game. Bad, normal, and best. You have to make a conscious effort to get the bad ending, so if you get it, you really want to watch the world burn. And honestly, after trying to complete the best ending, I do not blame you. The normal ending is better than the bad ending, obviously, and it will most likely be the first ending you get if you play through it blind. Now about the normal ending, Curly Brace and Professor Booster will die. Spoiler alert. So if you want to see those two alive, then there is your motivation to complete the best ending. And let me tell you this right now, you are in for hell. The final part for this ending makes the Sans boss fight look like a joke. And honestly, there are times where I just wanted to throw in the towel. But since Cavestory is the first game that I wanted to play on my channel, I thought it was only fair that I complete it to 100% completion and get the best ending. So eventually there will be a video of that on my channel at some point. Not anytime soon, because goddamn, the final part is really hard. Alright, to wrap up this video, I'll talk about some things I don't like and some things I do like. Things I don't like. The fireball gun sucks. It's only useful in the brushlands, and after you get out of there, it's just useless. And even when you're in the bushlands, Bubblegum 3 puts in way more work. Speaking of the Bubblegum, its level 1 is really terrible. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that's intentional. It's still just appalling to use. And at level 3, it's really good. A good balance of offense and defense. But the ammo on the gun drains really fast in my opinion. And keeping track of it is a must. And if you don't, and you run out of ammo, it might just put you in a bad spot. The bosses are really cool, but missiles really just take care of these things like butter. Even before you get the upgrade missiles, just dumping your load on a boss's face will chunk them for way too much. So it kind of removes some of the difficulty of the game, but a lot of bosses have ways of just mitigating your missile damage to 0. Like Curly's shield and stuff like that. And the thing I really like is the spur gun. This thing, oh my god, this gun is amazing. This gun makes the game so much easier, and honestly, a lot more fun in my opinion. Once you get the spur, you feel like you can take on anything. And honestly, I relied on the spur a bit too much and still managed to pull through. Misery was light, the Doctor was light, the Doctor Stage 2 was light too. All the Doctor fights were light because of the spur. It was so amazing, but don't rely too much on the spur. Your other weapons still do a bunch of damage, and I recommend not putting all your eggs in one basket. Upgrade your other weapons too. You shouldn't just rely on the spur. You can, but I don't recommend it. Now to wrap things up, this game is a 9 out of 10 for me. And it was made by only one person, whose name I'm definitely gonna butcher, but his name will be somewhere on the screen. Daisuke Ameya. To create a game this good by yourself, this dude is really someone who has my respect. This game is 100% worth the money, and you know, since we're quarantined anyway, you might as well pick it up and play for yourself. With that being said, I've been your boy Studio Gentleman. If you played through the game, let me know the things you like and dislike about the game. And with that, peace out.